Silence, all stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Amy Ann Alex.
May it please the court, I move that Amy Ann Alex be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Amy Ann Alex be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabella Rose Amos.
May it please the court, I move that Isabella Rose Amos be admitted as a lawyer of this...
Registrar, I think there's a mover.
No. May it please the court, I move that my sister, Isabella Rose Amos, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabella Rose Amos be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emma Louise Bailey.
May it please the court, I move that Emma Louise Bailey be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emma Louise Bailey be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hai Kwang B.
May it please the court, I move that Hai Kwang B be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hai Kwang B be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ebony Rose Billett.
May it please the court, I move that Ebony Rose Billett be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ebony Rose Billett be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ji Han Chen.
May it please the court, I move that Ji Han Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ji Han Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kathleen Chong.
May it please the court, I move that Kathleen Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kathleen Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ji Wen Go.
May it please the court, I move that Jai Wen Go be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jai Wen Go be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Guo.
May it please the court, I move that Emily Guo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Guo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Amy Halliwell.
May it please the court, I move that Amy Halliwell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Amy Halliwell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hugh Malcolm Harrington.
May it please the court, I move that Hugh Malcolm Harrington be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hugh Malcolm Harrington be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Patrick Thomas Houlihan.
May it please the court, I move that Patrick Thomas Houlihan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Patrick Thomas Houlihan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Holly Jane Jamada.
May it please the court, I move that Holly Jane Jamada be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Holly Jane Jamada be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Taylor Marie Jensen.
May it please the court, I move that Taylor Marie Jensen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Taylor Marie Jensen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Laura Bronte Jorgensen.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Laura Bronte Jorgensen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Laura Bronte Jorgensen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Laura Raquel Hannigan Kenny.
May it please the court, I move that Laura Raquel Hannigan Kenny be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Laura Raquel Hannigan Kenny be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Seenam Kirk.
May it please the court, I move that Sinem Kirk be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Seenam Kirk be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
David Kolarowski.
May it please the court, I move that David Kolarowski be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let David Kolarowski be admitted as lawyer of this court.
Lauren Marissa Kovacic.
May it please the court, I move that my partner, Lauren Marissa Kovacic, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lauren Marissa Kovacic be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tyler Travis Coopers.
Tyler Travis Coopers be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tyler Travis Coopers be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexander Thomas Layla.
May it please the court, I move that Alexander Thomas Laylaw be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alexander Thomas Laylaw be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jeanette Liu.
May it please the court, I move that Janet Liu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Janet Liu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Elish Sinead Lynch.
May it please the court, I move that my wife, Ailish Sinead Lynch, be admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court.
Let Ailish Sinead Lynch be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Abigail Sarah McIntosh.
May it please the court, I move that Abigail Sarah McIntosh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Abigail Sarah McIntosh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ethan Peter Mackenzie Bostock.
May it please the court, I move that Ethan Peter Mackenzie Bostock be a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ethan Peter Mackenzie Bostock be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicholas Rolf Moyman.
May it please the court, I move that Nicholas Rolf Moyman be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nicholas Rolf Moyman be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Stephanie Amanda Miller.
May it please the court, I move that Stephanie Amanda Miller be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Stephanie Amanda Miller be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Olivia Claire Mortel.
May it please the court, I move that Olivia Claire Mortel be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Olivia Claire Mortel be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Constantina Papazakaropoulou.
May it please the court, I move that Constantina Papazaropoulou be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Constantina Papakarapopoulou be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Imogen Celeste Paul.
May it please the court, I move that Imogen Celeste Paul be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Imogen Celeste Paul be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hannah Gillian Place.
May it please the court, I move that Hannah Gillian Place be admitted as a legal practitioner of this honourable court.
Let Hannah Gillian Place be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Olivia Jane Riley.
May it please the court, I move that Olivia Jane Riley be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Olivia Jane Riley be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Robert Rosina.
May it please the court, I move that Robert Rosina be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Robert Rosina be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Harley Sawalha.
May it please the court, I move that my brother, Ali Sawala, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Harley Sawala be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tiffany Marie Silby.
May it please the court, I move that Tiffany Marie Silby be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tiffany Marie Silby be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Justine Melissa Smith.
May it please the court, I move that my wife, Justine Melissa Smith, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Justine Melissa Smith be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bronte Rose Sullivan.
May it please the court, I move that Bronte Rose Sullivan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Bronte Rose Sullivan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hannah Rachel Taylor.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Hannah Rachel Taylor be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hannah Rachel Taylor be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tiana Sitimia Tataro.
May it please the court, I move that my sister Tiana Sitimia Tataro be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tiana Sitima Tataro be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lei Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Lei Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lei Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tian Waring.
May it please the court, I move that Tian Waring be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tian Waring be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Charlotte Ann Whetstone.
May it please the court, I move that Charlotte Ann Whetstone be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Charlotte Ann Whetstone be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chi Chang.
May it please the court, I move that Chi Chang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Chi Chang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Megan Inton Waddell Zhu.
May it please the court, I move that my wife, Megan Intan Waddell Zhu, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Megan Intan Waddell Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to stand as directed and remain standing for the purpose of swearing an oath or making a declaration or affirmation. So please stand as directed by the officer.
Could rows 1 and 2 on my right please stand? Amy Ann Alex, Isabella Rose Amos, Emma Louise Bailey, Hai Quang B, Ebony Rose Billett, Jihan Chen, Kathleen Chong, Jia Wen Go, Emily Guo, Amy Halliwell, Hugh Malcolm Harrington, Patrick Thomas Houlihan, Holly Jane Jamada, Taylor Marie Jensen, Laura Bronte Jorgensen, Laura Raquel Hannigan Kenny. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 4 and 5 on, 3 and 4 on my right, please stand up. Sanem Kirk, David Kolarowski, Lauren Marissa Kovacic, Tyler Travis Coopers, Alexander Thomas Laylaw, Jeanette Liu, Alice Sinead Lynch, Abigail Sarah McIntosh, Ethan Peter Mackenzie Bostock, Nicholas Rolf Moyman, Stephanie Amanda Miller, Olivia Claire Motel, Konstantina Papazakaropoulou, Imogen Celeste Paul, Hannah Gillian Place. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. And could the 2 rows to my left please stand up? Olivia Jane Riley, Robert Racine, Harley Sawala, Tiffany Marie Silby, Justine Melissa Smith, Bronte Rose Sullivan, Hannah Rachel Taylor, Tiana Stimia Totaro, Lei Wang, Tian Waring, Charlotte Ann Whetstone, Chi Chang, and Megan Inton Waddell Zhu. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to the Banco Court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench today, to my right, is Justice Campbell, Judge of the Common Law Division of the Court, and to my left, Justice Williams, a Judge of the Equity Division of the Court. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you, the newly admitted lawyers, to practice today. And we have done so sitting on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years, and the court pays its respects to elders past and present, and extends those sincere respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. To the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for celebration. We up here on the bench know how hard you have all worked to get here. It's a memory that never really leaves you. I'm also pleased to welcome those with you today or watching on the live stream. For many of you, the support of your family and friends will have been invaluable on the journey thus far. No doubt, they've also been on the receiving end of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion. I encourage you to take time to thank them today. And depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you a civilised lunch or a round of drinks or some dinner later today. I acknowledge present with us in the court Professors Ron McCallum and Mary Crock, two of Australia's most distinguished legal academics, and I'm very pleased to see you, and I acknowledge your work in employment, industrial law in Professor McCallum's case, and in refugee and humanitarian law in Professor Crock's case. In being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you all join an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice dating back to the 12th century. And this court first admitted lawyers in 1824, nearly 200 years ago. And by 1830, the names of lawyers were entered onto the rolls in this state, as you will do immediately after this ceremony. It is in acknowledgement of this weighty responsibility that we observe today's unique formalities, including the fact that your admission has been moved by someone who is already a member of the legal profession, and that you have made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers. They are all witnesses, as are we on the bench, to the promises and undertakings that you have publicly made today. In terms of tradition and formality, you will see from some of the portraits on the walls of this court that we on the bench are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. Symbolically, that highlights the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. As to the continuity of the rule of law, which I mentioned, in a world in which there is much global uncertainty and insecurity, the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply a phrase of some theoretical import or an abstract construct. The rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. We know that there is nothing theoretical about those threats in our modern world. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard. Whether you work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law office, a government department or agency, or in an entirely different field, you should be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice. And you must strive at all times to uphold these cardinal values. Admission as a member of the legal profession is a privilege and not a right. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, and to which I've already referred, not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. For example, the rapid technological shift brought about by the pandemic has had profound and ongoing implications for the way in which our legal system interacts with members of the community, and has also developed an increase in access to justice, as well as greater workplace flexibility for practitioners, particularly for those with family responsibilities or in regional and remote communities. But while the increased use of technology offers a number of real advantages, the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, understanding how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. As I said in my swearing-in speech as Chief Justice almost a year ago, whilst the remote practice of the law may be possible, it is far from desirable. There are, of course, other changes that deserve attention in addition to those brought about by the pandemic. When we think of the diversity of the legal profession, we encounter something of a duality that we have actually come very far, but on the other hand, much still needs to be done. For example, although women were originally not even permitted to practice in this state, since 2018, female practitioners have made up more than half of all solicitors with a practicing certificate and currently make up 2/3 of solicitors under the age of 30. And some of the most senior positions in the law in Australia are held by distinguished female lawyers, including the current Chief Justices of the High Court of Australia, of Victoria, Queensland, as the ACT, as well as the President of our Court of Appeal, Justice Ward, this state's Director of Public Prosecutions, and this state's Senior Public Defender. There should also be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our rich cosmopolitan community. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community. The admissions ceremonies on which I have sat since becoming a judge 4 years ago, including this ceremony, highlight that there is a far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn engenders trust in and respect both for the judiciary and the legal profession, and ultimately an appreciation and respect for the rule of law. Shortly, I will invite two young lawyers who were in your shoes not so very long ago to say a few words of welcome. The legal profession is one rich with opportunities, but before calling on them, let me offer a little bit of, I hope, friendly advice. As a lawyer, you will need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools that you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious, and we all make mistakes, have made mistakes from time to time. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake you must not make is to give your clients the advice you think they want to hear. That will not be good advice. Justice Gageler, before he was a High Court judge, said this, and I quote, "You must be prepared to give the same answer to the same questions for the same reasons, no matter who asks the question or for what purpose or in what context the asking may occur." That is very good advice indeed, as one might expect from Justice Gageler. Being a lawyer means that you are now an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator at times, and an advocate. As you go about your day-to-day work, remember that you're not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but the law as it applies to people's lives. An individual in need of your services as a lawyer is, in most cases, an individual facing some kind of personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, or health or financial position. For these reasons, you must always strive to deliver legal services sensitively, competently, and fearlessly, yes, but always with courtesy and integrity. In that context, I emphasise the importance of civility. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in the litigation side of practice, are confrontational. The practice of law can be stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as it sometimes does. It is essential, I would say, that you maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession, which is different from being members of, which is different from a business. And remember this: the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't exclude myself from that observation. For a non-lawyer, law is often incomprehensible or extremely complex. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, sometimes by deciphering legal complexities, other times by deciphering poor legal drafting and explaining the facts in the context of the correct legal framework. Strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and speaking. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both also extremely important. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you will feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. Now, that's often because lawyers will want to go the extra mile for their clients, make sure they're completely on top of the brief before a hearing, or make sure that the advice is as thorough and as accurate as possible. And that's a good and admirable thing, but it is demanding and physically and mentally. So you must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have from time to time, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. Also remember that the law, I hope you will find, is a highly collegiate profession. And in that context, I'm now going to call upon two young representatives, one from the New South Wales Bar Association and one from the Law Society, to say a few words. Ms. Carney, do you move?
May it please the Court. My name is Maggie Carney and I am in my first year of practice at the Bar, practicing predominantly in commercial law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you all to the profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The Bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and all backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of this legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job and that it allows me to give expert advice and to represent people in court, and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you are interested in coming to the Bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at the website, and each year there is a Career at the Bar open day. In your first year of practice as a reader, like I am, you receive particular assistance from two barristers of at least 7 years seniority who meet with you weekly, review your work and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those two barristers. The Bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is a professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a New Barristers Committee, which organises social and educational functions for 0 to 5 year barristers like myself, and a Diversity and Equality Committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is to attract the best people to become barristers, regardless of their race, religion, parental status, gender, or sexual preference. Whether as a lawyer or a barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. And once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you all to the profession and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the Court.
Thank you, Ms. Carney. Ms. Yidgett, the Law Society.
May it please the Court. My name is Sarah Yidgett, and not so long ago I was being admitted as you are today, and what a day it is. You are here being admitted to the Supreme Court role as the final step at the end of a long and arduous journey. You should all feel immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. It was not always easy, and it was often overwhelming. But as I stand here today, after 2 years of working as a solicitor, I can tell you I have already learned a thing or two. One of the most important things I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is an increasingly large and diverse community, and one to which you now all belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, with our 30,000 members flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to our communities and uphold the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial. That is why I've been part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers branch for 2 years. Here I've found friendship, inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it most, as well as opportunities to advocate and join committees. By joining the Law Society and the New South Wales Young Lawyers, you will gain access to professional support, conferences and events, a wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and so much more. It's the role of the Law Society to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. So again, congratulations. Look us up, speak to your employer. We look forward to welcoming you into the Law Society community. May it please the court.
Thank you. Well, can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, it's challenging, it's satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent, committed and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer and of your achievements to date, and you should remain proud to be a lawyer. The legal profession is a very important profession, and you are now a very important part of it. So hold your heads high and the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead. On behalf of Justices Campbell, Williams and myself and all of our colleagues on the Supreme Court of New South Wales, I once again congratulate you on your admission and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.